For the 1991 Formula 1 season, Ferrari launched the 643. It would be driven by Alain Prost and Jean Alesi, and it was a total redesign over the 1990 season's 642, and was Ferrari's first raised nose design. By the end of the season, the 3.5 litre V12 was producing over 700 brake horsepower and 300 Nm of torque. Unfortunately, the 1991 season was not a great season for Ferrari, as Prost retired 4 out of the 9 races that he competed in the 643 in, and Alesi retired 5 out of the 10 races where the 643 was used. They scored 55.5 points between them, and Ferrari finished third behind McLaren and Williams, who scored 139 and 125 points respectively. Now this car, although it had its issues, obviously, with all those retirements, it was still a really fun car to drive. So let's see how quickly it can go up the Goodwood Festival of Speed hill climb. And the 1991 Ferrari 643 did the Goodwood Festival of Speed hill climb in 37.7 seconds. Now that's pretty quick. That currently puts it 4th on our Formula 1 and all-time leaderboard. But it's still about 0.9 of a second behind the Williams FW14 of the same year. Now I had a quick look at some figures from the 1991 season, and in the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying, it was half a second slower than the FW14, and at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix it was 1.5 seconds slower. So clearly the car was not as competitive as the Williams or indeed the McLaren, which would go on to win the Constructors' Championship that year. However, I really enjoyed driving this car. I think the cars from this 1991 season mod pack done by ASR are absolutely incredible. They're so fun to drive, and I really recommend you go out and get them if you like Formula 1 cars. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.